Hey guys, it's 5 o'clock. I shared earlier I would come on my personal Facebook page and I would be unboxing a Gucci bag that I actually won through my job at Park Lane. So I am going to go through here really quick and get a couple of you guys tagged. Let's see, I'm trying to see who all is live on here. Let's see here. Okay, it's totally random right now, so I am not going to do that actually. I'm just gonna start talking and we'll see who happens to pop on and who wants to see the unboxing of this Gucci bag. So I was thinking of some things that I definitely wanted to share because first of all, I very rarely come on this page and share about the success of my experience at Park Lane. I don't speak on here often on my personal public Facebook page. If you're in my private VIP page, you're up to speed, you know, all the things that are going on. And I kind of thought to myself, if I unbox this bag, I might as well fill people in and let people know exactly kind of what's happened over the past 2.5 years. So some of you guys might even be new to my page. My name is Sally Neff. I live in Texas, outside of Dallas. It's actually really hot. We returned from vacation and I heard about the Texas heat and I came back and I'm like, it's like 108. It is like sweltering out there. It is Texas heat, like unbelievable Texas heat. Some of my friends are saying, they're like, oh my gosh, it's like 2011. And I'm like, I didn't live here in 2011, so I don't know what 2011 Texas heat feels like. So with that being said, I live in Texas. I'm originally from Kentucky. I started in direct sales over a decade ago, and that fell into my lap when I moved to Southern California. We lived in an area called the Deer Ranch, and I was there for a couple years with my husband and my child. My daughter was born in Laguna Hills, and then we transferred to Texas. So we've kind of lived on each like different coast, and it's been a wonderful experience for my family. And the most amazing thing about direct sales was I am a teacher by trade. I have an elementary education degree. I have a master's in school counseling, and I loved that profession. That was going to be my profession. If I had never moved to California, I probably would not have fallen into this direct selling space. So, you know, we took a leap of faith that moved us across the country. We didn't know a single person, and that is when I fell into my very first experience with direct sales. And I was with that initial company for 8 years. And the company that I was with, I was definitely the top 1% of the 1%. I had a lot of success there. I had an amazing team there, and changes had happened within that company almost 3 years ago. And they were things that I simply just didn't align with. And, you know, there were everyone thought, you know, it was just about me, that I was upset and that I wasn't happy and all those kinds of things. And essentially that's really what it wasn't. The reason why I switched companies, it was more to do with everyone else and not me. I actually had, you know, a big decision to make. And if I stayed in alignment with that company, it would be as though, you know, I was kind of agreeing with the path that they were taking, and it didn't align with me. And I did not feel that it was going to be the best for my team. So I was going to end direct sales. I thought, you know, this is the first company. I've done it well. I'm going to leave out on top. You know, there were some suggestions for me as far as like, you know, why don't you just stick with it? You've built this for 8 years. And if you know anything about energy and momentum and sales and how to build a vibrant space of what we consider, you know, representatives or sales reps or whatnot, that simply was not going to be me. That would not ever happen. It'd be the last thing that I would ever do is just sit in a space that wasn't serving me just because some people might think it'd be crazy to give up that income that I had worked all those years to build. And I didn't want the income because it didn't align with me. And if I'm not in alignment, my energy isn't in alignment, and I'm not able to show up and really share with the people in my space the giftings that I was blessed with when I was born. And so I made a change. I made a change to Park Lane, and I did not tell one single person on my team. I did not ask one single leader or stylist to come with me. I needed to go alone, and I needed to see what this company was all about. The red flags I saw in my previous company, I did not believe that there would be a company out there that would be able to, have a solution, because I'd spent all of these years trying to come up with solutions and look for solutions and find a way to rebuild and find a way to get out. Like, I couldn't ever get the bump. Like, I had a great team. I had an amazing team. We were off the charts in activity, very, very high success rate. And when it really came down to it, lots of times my leaders would tell me, I'm not earning enough. I'm working so much and I'm not earning. And, I couldn't come up with solutions for that without really being like in charge of the decisions. And it wasn't my company. So I had to make a decision. And when I first met with Park Lane, I was meeting with the CEO basically to, solidify my decision that, like, yeah, they're not different either. And what I found was an agreement on basically every pain point that I brought up. Stylists not being able to book parties. Well, what does your hostess plan look like? People working so hard to, find a sale. And it was like, are they waiting on sales? Like, do you have a customer buying plan? Like, all of these things that, like, as the conversation continued, I'd lean in and I go, yeah, you're right. I agree. That's exactly the solution. And so I found myself in this space where I was like, oh my gosh, like, this guy agrees with every single thing that I'm saying. And I kind of thought to myself, well, that's nice and everything, but I'm still going to follow my plan, and I will not be participating in direct sales anymore. Like, that was totally my plan. And I had some jewelry that was given to me, and what I recognized was, first of all, I have been in direct sales with jewelry for over a decade. I think I did some math, rough estimates, and over, a course of 10 years, I personally have sold well over $1 million in accessories. And to think, that is so crazy to say out loud, because that was not ever, ever, ever my intention. I actually started with my very first company because it was my birthday and I lived in Southern California, and I went and bought a pair of Tory Burch boots. And my husband asked me what they were. And I was like, well, they're a pair of boots for my birthday. And he was kind of like, whoa, we're going to have a conversation about, the shopping. And I was like, I was a teacher for a decade and I did not earn significant income, but I earned enough that I could save if I wanted to go buy a pair of boots. And then I realized, in that point of time, I realized that I also needed to find connections for my family. I did not have a friend in California. I needed to meet people. And so I just jumped in and did it. I didn't really, think a lot about it. I just jumped in and did it. And what I found was an opportunity that really fit me. I love people. I love styling people. I've always loved style. If my mother would tell you, I was always like picking out my outfits and following trends and doing all these things. But I went to a private liberal arts college, and there wasn't a fashion degree there. Like, that wasn't even like in the realm. Like, that wasn't even like on the plate. So I went into elementary education, and it was one of those things that I'm a teacher by trade. So when I fell into direct sales, and I have a degree in counseling, I realized very quickly that I had a very different gift and the ability that mindset was key in this whole big picture. And I found a passion that I wanted to find women who wanted to build themselves into like a creation that they didn't even know existed. Like, that is my passion. I love finding people who are, confident, but they have this fear and they have these dreams, and like, I am able to partner up with them, and I literally can take them from this point to the sky is the limit. And, you know, I thought I was doing that in the first round. And then I realized in the second round, since I joined Park Lane, without those, like without the barriers, without the things that make the business difficult, you know, because this company is 67 years old. And what I recognized was I was actually in a space where I had a very unhealthy connection to the product of the first company. I wouldn't look at other jewelry. I wouldn't even talk about other jewelry. Like, the brand I represented was like the only thing out there on the market. It was the best. And I had literally trained my brain to think this. And so when I first joined Park Lane, I was kind of like, yeah, I don't know. This doesn't all look like what I like. And I realized very quickly that that was actually a detriment. That was something that really, really, really held me back from not having the variety of jewelry that we have at Park Lane. And it is something that I still style myself the way I've always styled myself. And our head of design, her name is Taylor Levine. She is young, she is vibrant, she is amazing. She knows style, like she follows trends, and she's the third generation of this Park Lane family. And it's incredible to be partnered with a company that is a family-owned business. Because the thing is, they have a very different intention. They have a very different hard drive as far as moving this company forward. Their mother made millionaires. Like, that was her job, was to help create millionaires. And that was something, I mean, that sounds so crazy, but I mean, the thing is, when I really think about the big dreams and the big hopes and what I have for this type, what I have here at my fingertips, that is a company I want to be aligned with. I want to be aligned with a company that creates millionaires, that helps people during a time like this. You guys, I don't know if you know the stats. It was like a month ago, okay? Average family needed an extra $260 to be able to just afford the things that, like, no difference in what they're purchasing. But with inflation, $260, it is now up to $500. And when I look at this gift that I have at my fingertips, and I look at the stylists on my team in particular, people are earning, I mean, crazy earnings. I have a girl who has been here maybe 6 months, and I asked her the other day, I was like, so what's the biggest paycheck that you earned, you know, this month? This is a weekly paycheck, $3,000. She earned more at her side hustle than she did at her full-time job. And she has a very professional full-time job. I have other stylists who are quitting jobs. Like, they're part of, you know, the walkout. Like, they're walking out of the jobs that don't give them the flexibility. And, you know, they have found this opportunity at Park Lane that has just given them the ability to be able to, you know, create this life that they love. And when you think about why jewelry, you know, what is it about jewelry? Okay, you can buy jewelry anywhere and everywhere. You can buy jewelry anywhere and everywhere. That is true. Women love jewelry, you guys. It is something that is one of the most powerful, tangible objects that someone can gift. If you think about it, like, if you go to a wedding, if you have family pictures, if you're a funeral, if you're a graduation, if you're going on a girls' trip, if you're going on a family vacation, what do you look for? People start looking at the jewelry they're going to take. You are gifted a piece of jewelry from a friend. You don't forget it. You know exactly who gave you those earrings. It's one of those things that, as women, and maybe men too, it's one of those things that is just, it's a heartbeat, and it's something that touches your emotion. And when you put it on, do you know what happens? You get compliments. It is a compliment creator, which is fascinating when you really think about it. You're standing in line at Starbucks, or, you know, you got on a pair of stud earrings and you're in a workout class and someone says to you, I noticed your earrings in the mirror, like, they're so cute. Or, I love your bracelets. Do you know what happens? People say thank you, and then that creates more conversations. And if there is anything in this world that people need right now, it is positive messaging and more conversations of one-to-one connection versus, you know, behind a screen. And it's human connection. And that is one of the things when I think about this product, it's a tangible item product that does these amazing things. And for a company to be around 67 years, it's a product that is loved. And so speaking of the product, we have just launched a new collection, and I have been on vacation. So I received some of my order today. And when I opened it up, I literally sat there and I was like, wow, this is so incredible. Because 2.5 years ago, I was really, really, really concerned about the product. And little did I know that the product that I had at my fingertips was not a product that had the variety. It didn't have what I need to really go out and be able to serve the world. And so, because style is very unique to each person. And my style isn't going to be the style necessarily of my neighbor, the person standing next to me. But at Park Lane, I have the opportunity that I can style any style type. And when you think about, what women want, women love a deal. Okay, if you go to Costco or you go to Target and you find a deal, do you know what happens? What happens? You tell me. What happens? You call your mom, you text your best friend, and literally you're like, oh my gosh, you're not even gonna believe this deal I just got. Well, Park Lane has that figured out. We have a customer buying plan every single day of the year, and then some months it's enhanced. So when I say that, like for example, this month in particular, Park Lane is celebrating 67 years in business. And the company does these crazy things that is just mind-blowing. And it creates speed and velocity and momentum. And like people are so excited to get to work. They're excited to get out and share their product. They're excited to, share the jewelry. And so right now, when you spend $67, however you want to spend $67, you can then add any 2 items up to $200 for $30. I mean, crazy. That is $400 in product for $30. I mean, you present that to someone and do you know what? They're literally like, what did you just say? Wait, I didn't understand you correctly. And so that creates like this fire and this excitement, and people want to get out and share their jewelry. And what I love so much about, as I've been here over these 2.5 years, when we had the pandemic, when we had COVID, and we were literally at home, we transitioned this into a virtual space. I probably couldn't even count on my hand how many in-home parties that I have done. My business is all online. And if I look back at my monthly sales, I have to go back really, really, really far to find a month where I haven't personally sold over $10,000. And so when I think about that and I think about where I was, in those first 8 years building, I worked so hard. I learned so much. But I had a lot of babysitters. I was traveling. I was taking my jewelry to people's homes. Yes, I was connecting. It was all the things I was looking for. But it sometimes made things really difficult. Like as far as, all of the, moving parts of like young kids, and my husband traveled and all those kinds of things. And I was willing to do the work. But since I've been at Park Lane, my sales have doubled, and not just my sales, because that's going to be a problem. If it were just me, if it were just Sally Neff and her sales doubling, that would be a problem. I am not always the number one seller on my team. And that is the thing that I've dreamed of. I want to have I want to have leaders and team members that blow me away. And, that's happening here. And it's something that it's a problem if you just have a select handful of people who are succeeding, a handful of people who are out breaking like sales records, or a handful of people who are having big paychecks. And in the first 8 years at my previous company, I was the only 6-figure earner on my team. And I wanted my team to have the success and to build into being a 6-figure earner. And we just could never get past the hump. Where it's like, here I am here, and I think about it. I've been here a little over 2.5 years. I have 6-figure earners. I have people on my team who are earning 6 figures. I have people on my team who are selling $22,000, $23,000, $20,000 a month. I have people who are selling $1,000 a month, and they're earning 30%. And it's filling that gap that they need for their family. And I think of like where we are right now. I mean, my children are very busy. My daughter does competitive dance. My son is in, club soccer, and they're getting older. Like, we're going to have college, we're going to have cars, we're going to have all these things you have to pay for. And I think about, the opportunity that I have right here at my fingertips to help so many other families, because it is the best compensation plan. Park Lane gals who've been at Park Lane, you guys, these people don't leave. People have been here for like 30 years, 20 years, 16 years. And they are so excited about the space that they're in. To me, that is just like over the top, such hope. I've only been here a little over 2.5 years. And I look at the growth of what has happened over 2.5 years. And, if I look at the first half of 2022, this team I consider, it's a baby team. It's young. Like, we're just getting started. It has incredible, incredible talent. We have a direct appoint program at Park Lane, and that's actually how I joined the company. They look at your experience in direct sales, if you've led a team before, and they will place you as comparable to the experience that you've had. So I always compare it to like being a teacher and a student teacher, because that's what I know. All right. If I was a teacher with 10 years experience, I wouldn't go apply at another school for, a student teaching position. Like, it wouldn't happen. And so the direct appoint program is truly, truly incredible. It's exceptional. It separates us from so many other companies. And I love that for the fact that, like, if you think of the people in the world who have tried some type of like at home, like direct sell company, and with that experience being recognized, so it's 30% when you first start, you can earn up to 50%. And the thing is, you guys, where you start, you never go back. So you aren't every month trying to like hit a certain sales number to get an extra 5% or get an extra 3%. And you're also, in this company, you're also not taking that hard-earned money and putting it back into the company. Because we have this program called Rich Rewards, and stylists on my team are like, Sally, I have so much jewelry, I don't even know what to do with it. And I'm like, well, there's a million things you can do with it. But that is just, it's such a breath of fresh air. I have to really think back hard as far as like the things that were like the pain points, because it seems like such a different lifetime. And I mean, when I think about it, and I think about what really separates Park Lane from from not the rest, but like what separates Park Lane and what has made this team in particular and this season of these 2.5 years like so off the charts. When I look at 2022, these first 6 months, we had 91 promotions on the team. 91 promotions. There are companies who don't have 91 promotions right now. We did over 3 million in sales. And I look at it as though, I mean, we have just barely scratched the surface. And, I am so grateful to every single person who has been a hostess of mine or a supporter of mine or who have joined me in the business, because I will tell you, those first couple months of transition, they were rough. They were really hard. And I knew that I had done it the right way. I knew that I went ahead of everybody else. I had to join the company. I had to really see, like, is this something I am willing to put my name on? Is this something that I'm willing to then go back and say, hey, listen, I've got something. You've got insane talent. Because in my first company, I mean, we were trained by like the best. Like, it was this crazy trainer from Canada. I loved her so much. She was insane, so talented. And the women there, like, they know the business. What they didn't have were the tools that they needed to be successful, and people got burnt out. You work so hard, you don't have, like, if you're not earning, if the earnings don't match like the effort that you're putting in, it's easy to get burnt out. I mean, over here, you put in the effort and you're going to see those results, and people are like, yeah, I'm ready to get back at it tomorrow. Which is just, it's just amazing. And I think back and I'm like, wow, I could have easily let this pass me by. And I am so grateful for a couple friends of mine that they knew my talent. They knew what I was capable of doing. They knew that if I found jewelry that I loved at Park Lane, that the sky was the limit. And I am so grateful for that opportunity. I'm grateful that I had really amazing friends around me who supported me and who were like, do it, go, Sally. You got to remember who you are. Like you can totally do this. You can do anything you put your mind to. And that is something that I did know. I didn't know if I had it in my heart. I didn't know if I had it in my heart to open up my heart and to give it again, like the go that I had those first 8 years. And, you know, as the team started growing and as I started, you know, getting back into my seat, getting back into my leadership, getting back into, you know, the building of, you know, magnetic energy and abundance and things that I had trained my brain on for 8 years that I knew was my X factor. I knew that was the X factor that helped build that first team to high heights with very small number of stylists. I knew if I could tap into that, I just didn't know if I would be able to open my heart to it. And, you know, when you're aligned with the right company and you have the right people and you have the right programs around you, it's easy to then start to trust. And it's easy then to start using your gifts to give back to the world. The other night we had our Sparkle convention. That's like convention. And we did it virtually. And our CEO, Scott, one of the things that he shared was, you know, as far as like over 6 decades, that the hard drive of their family company has been faith. I mean, it's unwavering faith through times of struggle or, you know, questioning in the world. I mean, 6 decades, you guys think about every single historical thing that this company's been through. They're not a startup. Like they know what they're doing and it's their driving force. Customers, stylists, hostesses, it's their driving force. And you think about it, it's family owned and operated. It's debt free and they are financially conservative. They do things that are right for the company. It's their family business. Their heart and soul is like molded into this. And so, I mean, it's one of those things that it's just incredible to be in this space. Our team is growing at rapid speed. We have systems here. We have programs here. It's something that is so hard for me to explain unless people experience it. And the stylists on this team, I mean, tell me all the time. They're like, I mean, if they had worked with me before, if they haven't worked with me before, and maybe they've came from have been in another company or they're brand new. I mean, there's so many times where I've been like, Sally, you know, you threw me a life vest. Like you picked me up, like you saved me. Like those are the kinds of things where I'm like, that is what moves me, you guys. That's what motivates me, because there are so many people out here in the world who don't even know what this is. And it's one of those things that like when people are like, no, I'm not interested. And I'm kind of like, you're saying no before you know what you're saying no to. Don't you want to learn a little bit more about it? And it's probably just because they've tried it before, or they've got some negative, you know, emotion or feeling attached to it, or someone said something about, you know, a negative thing about someone who sold something from a direct selling company. I mean, whatever, like everybody has opinions on all kinds of things. So, I mean, it's one of those things that when I think about what we are doing here and what we have to offer, it's exceptional. During COVID, this team, truly, when I look at like when this team was born and the growth of this team, it was during a pandemic. Like this insane, amazing team was formed and started building during a worldwide pandemic. I mean, that is proof right there that like, I mean, the tools and the programs we have in place, like they excelled when the world shut down. Like that's a testament right there. I really shouldn't even have to say much else. But it's one of those things that, you know, when you think about where you want to spend your time and what you want to spend your time doing, you want to surround yourself with people who know where they're going. I look at it as though I don't want to be part of a leadership or a part of anything where, you know, there isn't a plan and people don't know where they're going and there's no focus and there isn't any energy and there's no drive and there isn't any leadership and people are just kind of like spinning their wheels and trying to figure things out. And I mean, that's where a lot of companies are right now. And it's one of these things where it's like, it is so refreshing to be in a space where Park Lane has no rules. Like, we can create. I have this creative mind over here, and it's one of those things that being here, I am able to take an idea and run with it and build like crazy insane momentum, do crazy insane like sales incentives with my team, and like sales drives and campaigns and all this kind of stuff that fires me up and I love doing. And when I watch other people achieve alongside me, it's like, it's not about me. It's never been about me. It's always been about others. When I made the choice to join Park Lane, it was about others. It was about my previous team. It wasn't about me. Could I have stayed? Yeah, I could have stayed. I mean, I don't think that I'd have the zest and energy and passion that I have, because I'd already lost that, because I'd lost trust. And it's so refreshing to be in this space where it feels like that pulse, that energy, that fire, that just, if you've ever been in a space that's like that, like, to have that on the daily basis. And the leaders on this team that I get to work with, they're the people that I prayed for. I prayed for the right people. I prayed for the right people, the right energy, the right connection, in order to build leaders of leaders. Like, that is ultimately, and people who are, lifting one another up, and creating this magnetic force that you can feel it. You can feel it. When you walk into the room, you can feel it. It's energy, it's vibrations. And then for it to be, aligned with faith, it's a dream job. It's incredible. So, okay. Are you guys excited? Do you want to see the Gucci bag? Okay, so how did I win the Gucci bag? I have to tell you. Okay, the Gucci bag. Let's talk about the Gucci bag. And I haven't even seen the Gucci bag. So I'm literally opening it live with you guys. But the Gucci bag. So my upline, her name is Tish Mefford. She does crazy things. And when she rolls out these Gucci incentives, it is so fun. It's never about the Gucci bag. I mean, I love fashion, so do I love a Gucci bag? Yeah. But it's always just about the over-the-top challenge, the over-the-top prize that's out there. And it's moving forward. And as we move forward, do you know what people do? They earn as they're moving forward. Their paychecks are growing, right? As everybody was trying to get entries for this Gucci bag. So you had to sell $1,500, which is you can do that literally in your sleep at Park Lane. But $1,500, one entry. And then I think every 500 after that received another entry. I don't even know how many entries I have. I never added it up. And so she had pulled a number, and it was number 535. Well, I didn't know my name was 535. So then Tish goes over to her computer and she's like, and 535 is selling up. And I was like, oh my gosh. So anywho, then I went on vacation. So my best friend had to come pick the Gucci bag up, and here it is. Okay. All right. So I'm literally going to do an unboxing here. All right. Oh, and get this. Okay. So right now on our team, new stylists who join. So I didn't even talk about that. We have a brand new collection. All right. $99 to join, and you get $600 in free product. $600 in free product. I mean, the new product is insane. It is so gorgeous. I can't even get into it. These Wrangler earrings, Southwest style, the spirit of the Southwest, they're following all of the trends. The pearl core. Look at these amazing, you guys. I mean, our trends right now are so off the charts. Hoop It Up is one of the, these Dallas hoops, they are insane. And they come in 4 metal colors, these hematite hoops. I'm so excited about it. And then this ring, I don't even know the name of the jewelry yet, you guys. This bad boy is insane. Do you see how gorgeous that is? Okay, so in here, we have a new collection. All right, so it's $99 to join. You pick out 600 free. There's other levels ahead of that, but I'm not going to get into all that. But it's $99 to join. Okay, you would earn that $99 back like that. You could actually earn the $99 back on Wednesday night, because we have a team mega party. It's another thing over here. Like the mega party creation is insane. It's off the charts and it's thousands of people and it's so fun and we give away prizes and all this kind of stuff. But anywho, $99 to join. Okay, so right now, when you join this month, you go into a raffle for Gucci slides. And I've looked at these Gucci slides and I don't have the Gucci slides yet. So a stylist who joins me, we both get entered to win the Gucci slides. And I think Tish is also going to do another bag. So like there's a whole nother Gucci incentive like that's happening right now. And you should just do it. I mean, go listen back to the beginning of the video. Okay, so anyhow. Okay, so I'm gonna read my card. Here's my card. I'm full blown like, I think I've talked for almost 40 minutes now. I'm just gonna keep going. I could stay on here for like 6 hours. Sally, congrats on an amazing June. You create your luck in life and business, and I love having a front row seat to all of it. Love you, Tish. Tish, I don't know if you're seeing this video, but I love you too. And it's not just because I want a Gucci bag. I love you for the fact you knew that Park Lane was going to be an amazing gift to my family and myself, and you knew what I was going to be capable of doing. So, anywho, here it is. Yo, I'm dying. Okay. Gotta focus. All right, here we go. It's got this cute little ribbon. I mean, all the things Gucci. All the things Gucci. All right, let's open it up. Here we are. We've got this beautiful little Gucci paper. So fun. She's dying. She's excited. I don't know if you're excited as I am. Okay, let's see here. Oh, here we are. It's now coming in its little dust bag. All right. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely adorable. I love the size of it. I think the size is amazing because I always want smaller bags that are great for travel, great for going into stadiums. That's the worst thing, you guys, when you want to go to like a sporting event and you can't, your bag's too big. So I know that this size is going to be the perfect size. Let's see here. Okay, I'm gonna tighten it up here. Oh, wow. Okay, sorry. This leather is, let's see here. I think I'm gonna have to work through that. It's kind of stuck on here. Here we go. Oh, here we go. I didn't know I was gonna have to do all this work. I'll do it. Work on it. Okay, here we go. All right, let's see here. Okay, here we go. Look how cute it is. Do you love the color? I love the color. It's got this little horse bit out here. I think this is one of the original designs. Let's look at this. Look how cute it is. It's like a rectangle. It's very structured, which I love. Okay, for a crossbody, it's gonna be awesome for a crossbody. I think I'm gonna have to undo the strap a little bit. But here it is. Here she is in all of her glory. The Gucci bag that I won. Isn't it so cute? Let's see if it has a name on it. I think it's Horsebit. It's Horsebit, like 1955. I'm doing a horrible job explaining that. It is the mini bag, I was correct, 1955. Beige white oatmeal. Okay, I love this color, and look at the little detailing on it. Look at those little buttons. Tish, isn't it so cute? Oh my gosh, yay. Now listen, I think it goes with those slides. So, you know, we're gonna have to find who's gonna be the winner of that. All right, I'm gonna undo this a little bit. I hope y'all are just having fun watching me on Facebook. Let's see here. Okay, I think this is gonna be right. All right, I'm gonna take this off. My hat. In the Texas heat, I'm always wearing my, okay, here we go. Here we go. Look at that, Tishy. Do you see it? I might sleep in it tonight. That's what I might do. Okay, so anywho, if you've made it through this whole video, I appreciate you. Please comment below. Tell me what you loved. Tell me if you're a fan of Park Lane. Tell me how I know you. Whatever you want to say, just comment below. Because you know what that does? That actually helps me. It helps algorithms. If you know anything about Facebook and algorithms, as people comment, it helps your video. More people see it. The whole land of Facebook. It's really interesting. And I do love Facebook. I think Facebook, you have to use it appropriately. And I am only here for positive vibes, positive energy. And oh, there's Mary from Australia. Thank you. I know Shelby. And Shelby, you're going to be part of our, Leilani is a brand new stylist. We're going to have a party with her on Saturday. Yes, big fan of Park Lane. Yes, I know. Park Lane is amazing. It's an amazing company. It's an amazing space. I tell people all the time, I'm like, you think you're coming for the jewelry. You think you're coming from the jewelry, but little do you know, your life is going to be transformed, because it's really, really hard to come into this space and then not level up, learn. Oh, Lauren, there you are. Hi, friend. Lauren's one of my friends from California. I told somebody the other day, I said, you know, what I'm really passionate about is just creating, a tribe of so my team is called The Lighthouse, and I named the team The Lighthouse during COVID. I had a couple friends who had joined and my team was growing, and I thought to myself, okay, I was really hesitant to do it because once again, I had that wall up, where I was kind of like a wall up, and I was like, I don't know that I can open my heart to do this again. I'd rather just be part of other people's team pages. I don't know that I can lead. And I remember sitting outside, and it was when people were not going anywhere. We were locked in. And I was like, I've always been drawn to light. I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, look for the opportunity to be the light. Look for the opportunity to help somebody. Look for the opportunity to show up in a better space. Look for that opportunity. And I have spent, a decade coaching women in that same space. Look for the opportunity to make the world better. Look for the opportunity to be the light. Look for the opportunity to find someone who needs you. Look for the opportunity to come in with energy that's magnetic and positive, and it's going to change your life, and it's going to change every single person around you. And I was always drawn to light. And so I thought, okay, light beams, light stars, and nothing was hitting me. And then I was like, the lighthouse. And there's a quote by Anne Lamott that I love so much. It's, lighthouses do not go chasing boats all over. They stand there shining. They don't go chasing. They're not chasing. A lighthouse stands tall and it shines light, and people find their way. And that's what, I was like, that's my motto. That's my mission. And I will build a force of magnetic supernova cosmic light. And that's what we're doing. So if you're watching and you're like, okay, I don't know, I think I'm there for the jewelry, but I'm going to have my life changed. It will. It'll impact your life. It's going to impact how you raise your children. It's going to impact the friends you surround yourself with, because I tell my team all the time, I'm like, whatever you are feeding yourself up here is coming out in all facets of your life. The movies that you watch, the music you listen to, the books you read, the friends that you have. Toxicity, out. Positive energy, in. And people might be like, oh, that sounds like a little little too out there. You guys, it's the way to live your life. I'm telling you right now, it is something that if you can connect and you can attach to that, you will see your mindset shift into such abundance. And the world was created for abundance. God created this world for winners, man. That's what he created the world for. He created the world for people. Yeah, do everybody have trying times? Of course. I have had a very fair share of trying times in my life. That's a whole nother conversation. But I knew that those hard times and that really, really, really life-shattering hard stuff, if I could find the light, I was going to have the most powerful impact on people, because I would be seen as someone that was admired because of my strength. And I survived. Not only did I survive, I freaking thrived. And that is my passion, is to help other women experience that. Jewelry is my vehicle, and it's the vehicle that works, and it's the vehicle that I can attach myself to because it makes sense, because it aligns with every other thing that I just said. And it's one of those things. The lighthouse, it's light. And if you want to, Shelby, I'm telling you, you shop all the time. Yes, girl, it is time. 100%. We'll take that conversation offline. But anywho, this is why I came live, because people get this so much of me all the time, and I never do it here. And I'm doing a disservice. I'm doing a disservice to my team. I'm doing a disservice to the people who know me. We have a solution here. You want to earn some extra income? Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine what my children do and me not having this extra income that I have, that I'm able, well, it's not even extra income. I have a full-time job. And it's just so crazy to think. I went to college, I went to graduate school, and all of those things, yes, they trained and prepared me because I learned how to be a fast thinker. I learned a lot about psychology. I learned about people. I didn't study sales, but I mean, the thing is, it's like all of those things prepared me for this role. And there is no doubt, without there's no doubt. I had doubt 2.5 years ago, but there's no doubt. And you want to be part of, I mean, our team it's inspiring. It's amazing what we have helped do together and what we've actually helped create in Park Lane. I mean, in the spring, not my team in particular, as the leader, I promoted to the highest level in the company. I hadn't had that promotion in 11 years. And we've only been here at that point little under 2.5 years. And not only did my team, like I have so many people on my team who are promoting. Like it's fascinating. It is the most beautiful space to be a part of. And it's simple and it's easy and it's fun. I know, Holly. See, Holly was so doubtful. She's like, I don't know, Sally. I don't know how this is going to be any different. I said, trust me. Just trust me. There's Tara. Tara's like, I mean, change your life. And Angela, you know what? There are two ways to be in this world. You can either be negative or you can be positive. And there is no way that I will choose negative, because negative will never serve you. Negative is only going to create more negative, more darkness. I am not a Pollyanna. I am a person who will call it as it is. I'm an 8 Enneagram. So there's no like BS over here. It is straight up like, these are the facts. This is what's going on. This is how I look at this. And this is what we're going to do. So anywho, it's just a joy. It's an honor. And like I said, I could have said no. Okay, my husband is now calling me, and I'm probably supposed to be doing something. I'm probably supposed to be somewhere, and I've been talking on Facebook for 51 minutes. Bye, guys. Thank you, Tish.